morning, sunshine. And how are we feeling today?
You are the only person who calls me Jack.
Is that your way of saying you're going to miss me?
I have a visual on the anomaly. It seems to be growing more unstable.
My God. Incoming, Jack!
Olivia, everything is going to be fine. Are you injured?
What the hell is this?
I'm called Apollo. I mean you no harm. Ready to execute FTL job.
Here we go!
Where are we?
Talk to me, Juno.
His digital cortex is showing minimal synapse activity.
Jack? I think he can hear me.
I wish you had told me sooner that you were trying to repair him. I might have been more of a help.
Just keep the connection stable. There.
Hello.
There, you see? Now here's the sight for sore eyes. Good morning, sunshine. How are we feeling?
I don't know, Captain.
Juno.
The unit appears disoriented.
Yeah, time traveling 400 years into the future will do that to you.
Are you certain he's fully functional?
Go on, Jack. Tell her you're all right.
I think so. A little confused.
I don't doubt it. You've been out of commission ever since our little time jump on the Estrella.
Maybe we should run through his calibration program.
I just spent the past 3 months patching him up. I think I made a mistake.
Well, you're only human.
Well, how about we ask him? What do you think, Jack? You want to run your calibration program?
I think that's probably a good idea.
So glad you agree, Echo One. You're much more intelligent than I expected.
Thank you.
Oh, go on then. Let's queue up the program.
Excellent. I should be able to repurpose your existing calibration modules to suit our current needs. See you soon, Echo One.
I'm sure all this must seem a bit strange. Probably because it is. Don't worry, we'll get you sorted. Just sit tight. I'll be right here when you get back.
Excellent.
Module D-221. Manual Dexterity. Greetings. We have not yet been formally introduced. I'm Juno, a multifunctional, fully transient artificial intelligence. I have been assigned as your caretaker. Seeing as how your previous AI adjutant is unavailable, I will guide you through these calibrations. First, close your hand to form a fist. Now extend your index finger. Good. To proceed, use your index finger to press the hollow button in front of you. Reach out and grab the disc. Good. When you are ready, throw the
Oh
disc
my God.
through the goal.
I am terrible at this. Clearly. There we go.
Calibration module complete. Please stand by.
Alright.
Module M101. Basic motor functions. You can grip and pull to move around your environment. This labor unit will guide you through the module. Please follow it through the module. Take your time and follow the guide. There's no need to rush.
Oh, shut up.
Calibration module complete. Please stand by.
Goodbye.
Module M205. Maneuvering thrusters. Your hands are equipped with maneuvering thrusters, allowing you to move without grabbing objects. Activate your left thruster. Activate your right thruster. Good. Now use your thrusters to reach the door ahead. Remember to aim your wrist in the direction you want to move before you engage your thruster. Your thrusters can be used in short bursts or held down for continuous usage. Press the hollow button near the door to proceed. Now fly to the other end of the tunnel using only your thrusters. Be careful not to touch any surfaces as you move through the tunnel. Thruster calibration at 50%. Remember, you can move faster by pointing both your wrists in the direction you want to go, and then engaging both thrusters. Calibration module complete. Please stand by.
Okay.
Module C-111. Communications. We will now calibrate your communication system. When someone speaks to you, a reply notification may appear above your wrist. You may then respond by holding down the dialogue button on either hand and selecting a reply with your index finger. Hold down the dialogue button now. Input confirmed. Now, continue holding down the dialogue button and use your finger to select a reply.
Like this.
Correct. Vocal selection confirmed. Often you will have a limited time to reply. In these cases, silence is also a valid option. Do you understand?
How long do I have to reply?
Most of the time, you will have 10 seconds to reply, but this time may vary under special circumstances. You can also initiate conversations at points of interest throughout your environment. If you look at certain people or objects while you are close to them, their name will appear. Additionally, if they are suitable for dialogue, their name will appear in blue and feature a speech bubble icon. You may then hold down the dialogue button and select an option, just like a reply. When you're ready, speak about the Fury transport model in this room and start a conversation with the labor unit.
A Mark I Fury transport. 1/48th scale.
Indeed. Though no longer in production, my understanding is these vessels remained in service for quite some time. I imagine you and Captain Rhodes use them frequently in your service aboard the Kronos too?
We did, yes.
I see.
Labor unit, what is your primary directive?
Error code 13.
Oh, my apologies. It would appear that not all of your calibration program has been recovered. One moment. My directive is to perform labor aboard the Kronos 2 orbital mining platform.
That was not the primary directive of labor units aboard the Kronos 2.
Oh,
Their directive was to assure the safety and well-being of Kronos 2 station personnel.
I see. As the caretaker for you and the captain, that is quite similar to my own set of directives. In any case, conversation complete. I believe with that, your communication system is fully calibrated. Are you ready to leave the module?
I am ready to proceed.
Acknowledged. Please stand by.
You sus. You super
There we
sus.
are. Everything in working order.
Yo,
I'd
that
say
thing's
it's high time
sus.
we got you out of there.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable letting a half-tested android loose in the habitat.
What was that?
Just a minor fluctuation in the power grid. Not to worry.
That's the 4th time just this morning.
I assure you, Captain, it's nothing to be concerned about. I'll be right back.
And there she goes. Come on, let's get you out of that contraption. There we are. Come on out. Try and take it slow. You've been offline for nearly 4 months.
How does that feel?
I'm a little stiff. You may have left out
Hey!
a part or two.
Wait, really? Can you tell me which ones? I'll try and... Hold on. You're just messing with me, aren't you?
I am, yes.
Well, I'm glad your sense of humor's still intact. Okay, so physically you seem to be in order. But I know you've probably got a few questions.
I could do with some catching up, yes.
You bet. Ask me whatever you like. Or, if you'd rather, I can give you a quick tour of our new home. Whatever you want to do.
I could use a moment if that's all right.
By all means, take all the time you need. Just give us a shout when you're ready to go.
Are these scorch marks a result of my breakdown?
Let's say yes.
I'm getting the impression there's more to this story.
Well, I mean, while I was trying to fix you, I may have accidentally set you on fire.
I beg your pardon.
It only happened once. No. Wait. Twice. But you're here now, so it's fine.
What happened to me?
Truth be told, I'm not sure. We were on the Estrella, still trying to wrap our heads around the fact we'd just, time traveled, when you started crashing. One system at a time. I barely managed to save your core memory. Luckily, kept you alive long enough for me to work out how to fix you.
Thank you, Liv.
Please. You saved my life how many times? The very least I could do was return the favor.
At least you can still monitor your swear count.
Well, sort of. That thing's not quite right anymore.
How so?
Ever since I got it back, it's been counting words that aren't even curses.
Must be an error in its vocal processing algorithms.
See what I mean?
How peculiar. Where does this door lead?
Oh, that's just another part of the workshop. I'm not allowed in there anymore.
Why not?
Well, I may have set it on fire.
I beg your pardon.
It's not like I did it on purpose.
Well, I would certainly hope not.
I'll be quiet.
Is this part of my data scanner?
Yeah. It was one of the few bits I couldn't fix. I mean, I'm sure I'd have been able to dig up a replacement eventually, but I honestly didn't want to wait any longer to boot you up.
The scanner is of limited use now that I can no longer access the Atlas database. I'm sure I can manage without it.
It's a lot to take in. I know. Jesus, I've been here nearly 4 months and still haven't managed to wrap my head around it all. Honestly, right now, I'm just glad to have you back.
Ah!
Thanks for waiting.
Not a problem. Shall we? Perfect. I swear sometimes it feels like this place is just a hair's breadth from falling to pieces.
That usually works.
Where exactly are we?
We're on a space station orbiting Saturn.
That sounds familiar.
Well, not our old station, obviously. After we made our jump to the future, we were picked up off the Astrea and brought here and placed in isolation.
Isolation?
Juno says it's standard procedure. As if there is such a thing for time travel. Ah, there we go. Honestly, I wish I knew more about this place, but Juno's not exactly been forthcoming with the details. Hey, maybe now that I've got you back, we can work on getting some answers. And here we have the luxury suite. It's a far cry from my old room on the Kronos, but I think I've managed to spruce it up a bit. What do you think?
Well, I can certainly tell this is your room.
Because of all the Kronos 2 mementos.
Because it's a mess.
Hey, I've worked very hard to cultivate this mess. Juno let me co-opt a few cargo drones to dig through what's left of the Kronos.
The Kronos 2 is still out there.
I mean, I can't be sure, but
Yeah. I think there are at least 1 or 2 sections that managed to stay in orbit after all these years. Plus there was quite a bit of debris that got pulled into the future with us. And that's a good thing, too. Otherwise I'd never have found all the parts I needed to fix you.
There's no one else here?
Clearly there used to be.
What
But
was
I've not seen
that?
another soul since we arrived. I assume they were let loose.
I've got to say, I don't think I've ever been more relieved to see you. If there's anything more you want to know, just ask,
And I'll do my best to answer.
and whenever you're ready, we can move on.
I gave this to you back on the Kronos.
That was what?
Our first week together.
It was, yes. When I found it in the cargo bay, I thought it seemed like something a person of your geological expertise might appreciate. I'll admit, I never expected you to keep it as long as you have.
It was my first week on a new station. Farther out than I'd ever been. I guess it just made me feel a little more at home.
This poster is from our time.
Yeah.
They had the same series posted all around my school at New Delphi. Someone here must have really been into vintage.
What happened to all the duct tape on your suit?
What do you think is holding your shell together right now?
You are joking, right?
Of course I'm joking. I would never use duct tape to fix you. Not that I couldn't, mind you.
Don't get any ideas. Your bulldog statue. Quite impressive it's survived all this time.
Hey, we British are just stubborn that way. Can't keep us down.
So I've noticed. It seems the Hab's previous occupants were very well educated.
I know, I noticed that too. Quite a bit of brain power on this station.
I expect you would fit in quite well here.
After I've caught up on about 4 centuries worth of research journals, maybe.
It doesn't seem like that would be much of a problem for you.
You kidding? I'm looking forward to it.
How is this place? Ah,
Ready to move on?
Could I have a moment?
By all means. Take your time. Whenever you're ready, just say the word.
Collecting toys.
Oh, that was here when I moved in. You do have to admit, though, it does help liven up the place.
Do you still want to visit Earth?
I don't know.
You changed your mind.
I don't know. It's just... I wanted to see the Earth my parents knew before they... Well, before their life in space. Who knows what it looks like now? I think I might have missed my window.
Did you ever hike the Valles Marineris during your time at the Academy?
I've done it. Well, at least part of it.
Part?
Well, with the way gravity behaves on Mars, you can fall a considerable distance unharmed. So my classmates and I started playing this game of how far can you fall?
That does not sound very safe.
Oh, it wasn't.
What happened?
Short version? I was the one who found out how far was too far. I was the youngest in the group. I was trying to impress the others. And it's not like I'd had a whole lot of experience with gravity. Anyway, next thing I know, I'm being shipped back to the academy with a fractured ankle. Not to my finest hour.
What happened to your helmet?
Ah, the locking ring was jammed. I couldn't get it off without breaking the assembly. Don't suppose it matters, really. It's not like we're going anywhere.
Why is my arm in here? Girl, you messy.
Oh, moving on, are we? The common room's just through here.
The glaciers on Ganymede are not actually burning.
Yeah, that's just a marketing scheme.
What do you mean?
They're just hyping up the color of the ice. Those posters tend to bend the truth a bit. For instance, they boast Ganymede has the best ski resort on all of Jupiter's moons.
But isn't it the only resort on Jupiter's moons?
Exactly.
You once mentioned visiting the orbital station above Jupiter.
Yeah, it was just a short stopover on my way out to the Kronos. It's hard to comprehend just how massive Jupiter really is. Even more impressive were the storms. Just these constant churning waves. It was mesmerizing.
Have you been to Callisto?
No, I've always wanted to. They just finished building a research outpost back in 2126. It's now 400 years later. Who knows? Maybe the whole moon's been terraformed.
Would you ever consider sailing the seas of Europa?
Maybe. Why? Is that an invitation?
I suppose it could be.
Try and contain your enthusiasm.
Oh, apologies. I
I'm
didn't...
just messing with you.
Ah. Now I'm confused. Are we going or not?
Oh, we're going. I want to see how Captain Jack fares on the high seas. Of course, that's assuming we ever make it home. Or at least off this station.
Whoever was here before, they appear to have left without taking their belongings.
Could be they had to leave them behind. Part of the isolation procedure.
Wait, where does she go? Olivia, hello. Oh. Is that a
Well, this is
Peloton?
it. Our new home. Such as it is.
Captain Rowe?
Ah, Juno. There you are. We were beginning to worry.
Somehow I doubt that. I thought you'd like to know we have another cargo drone inbound.
How long?
A few minutes, maybe more.
Ah, perfect. So we have some time then. If you'd like, Jack, go on and have a look around.
One of Apollo's AI cores?
Do you remember when the Estrella first arrived and I thought it was an alien ship?
But it wasn't. It was a human ship from the future. This future.
Right, but here's the thing. I've been on this station for a while and I can find nothing. Not a single piece of tech compatible with this core.
Almost as if it doesn't belong here.
That is odd.
That's far from the only mystery I'm trying to suss out at the moment. And since we know Juno is not going to be of any help,
I wish I could assist you, Captain, but I'm afraid my directives forbid me from doing so.
see what I mean?
From the far, far future?
So it's up to us to go digging round for answers on our own. And here is where I'd like to start.
A holotable?
Much like the one we had back home on the Kronos, apart from one small difference.
Which is?
It doesn't work. The display emitter's shot. If we can replace the emitter, get this thing working, we might be able to access the facility's mainframe.
I assume you've already checked for a spare emitter?
More than a few times. No luck.
Not to worry, I've got a friend looking out for a replacement.
A friend?
He'll be along shortly with one of the cargo drones.
Captain Rhodes, speaking of the cargo drone.
Is it on approach?
It is, yes. We'll need you to open the outer door so the cargo drone can dock with the hab.
Jack? Would you mind terribly?
Is there any particular rush?
Not at all.
Take your time. The drone isn't going anywhere. Just let me know when you want to get started.
This looks familiar.
I know, right? Shame we're missing the goal. We could go a few rounds. How many hours did we burn playing that stupid game?
2,347. Approximately.
Jack,
That is together, of course. Not counting all the time you had to spend practicing.
rhetorical question, Jack.
I see you found some duct tape. Is this also from the Kronos?
Apparently, it not only fixes everything,
But will also survive anything.
Just like us.
okay, well, now I've got to find some wood to knock on.
One of the toy dinosaurs from the Kronos Bridge.
I know. Of all the silly things to find its way to the future.
I'm pleased you found it.
Really?
Is that surprising?
Just that you've never exactly been all that keen on keeping mementos.
I think I now see the value in doing so.
You do?
I see it almost like a backup. A tool to help preserve certain experiences in the event one's memory becomes fractured.
That's actually not a bad way of putting it.
I must admit, I'm a little surprised you've remained in isolation for this long.
Well, I wasn't about to go anywhere without you, was I?
I understand, but
Oh, come off it, Jack. You've done the same for me.
You really don't know what happened to me.
Not for certain. Though my current running theory is that your shell tried to self-destruct.
Self-destruct?
Well, I'm thinking it was some sort of latent security protocol, meant to fry all your systems in case you ever got cut off from the Kronos 2's network. Atlas protecting their investment.
I was not aware of any such protocol.
Not either way. Reconstructing your shell seems to have removed that particular feature from your architecture. We've cut your strings, so to speak.
How exactly did we get here?
Believe me, I've been asking that same question for months now.
I meant, how did we get here? To this habitat?
Oh, right. Well, do you remember the rescue shuttle?
The last thing I remember is the rescue pilot contacting us over comms.
Rescue pilot? Did you mean this rescue pilot?
Juno, that was you?
Yeah, we got swindled.
Once again, I do apologize for the charade, Captain. I needed you to trust me.
To get us to trust you, you lied?
Well, when you put it that way, of course it sounds bad.
Ready when you are.
Excellent.
The controls are up here.
These are the controls.
Correct. This panel will open the outer door and allow the drone to enter. We need you to open the outer door.
Outer door opening.
Thanks. I'm heading up. Look, there's the Estrella. Well, what's left of it anyway.
What happened to the 4 section?
Must have broken off when we made the jump. Stayed in the past. Don't suppose we'll ever manage to make it back. Ah, here comes our little friend now. Look familiar?
That looks like the CubeSat I extracted from our old comms network. P09-CRM.
I think you mean popcorn. It's about time. I was starting to think you'd been lost.
You call him Popcorn.
Well, it's certainly better than P09-CRN. Don't you think, Echo 1?
Fair point.
So, did you find an emitter? And it's going to work this time? Close enough. All right, Jack, let's start pulling in the salvage.
Where do you need me?
There's a delivery chute along the wall to my left. It looks like a big tube sticking out of the wall. Head over there, would you?
On my way.
I'll pull in the salvage. You scan and identify it.
Understood. Hello.
Well, come on. Let's let him out of there before he pops a circuit. Okay, we'll get you out in a moment. Looks like he's managed to pick up some radiation. We'll need to clean him up with a decontact. Best I can tell, that means thanks. Yes, hello? So the display emitter is inside? Ah, excellent. Let's finish sifting through the rest of the salvage.
Isn't this one of your old toy dinosaurs from the Chronos 2?
You're right. That's Adam. Remarkable how many of those toy dinos survived.
Would you like to keep it?
Your call. I mean, we don't need it, but I suppose it could be nice to post it up on one of the consoles or something.
I suppose there's no harm in keeping him.
Not at all. He jumped 400 years, same as us. We time travelers have to stick together.
Wow.
One of my upper extremities, or more accurately, what's left of it.
See? There you go, you found one. Now just repeat that a few hundred more times and you'll start to get an idea of what it took to patch you up. You're lucky the Chronos had so many backup shells.
There's certainly nothing wrong with a little redundancy.
You know, I think I've heard that before.
What should I do with this?
Whatever you like. It's your hand, after all.
You may as well keep it. Perhaps it might prove useful.
Don't you mean it might come in handy?
Perhaps you've been in isolation a little too long.
No argument there. Let's just move on, shall we?
I'd estimate this hand suffered a fair amount of radiation damage.
Yeah, I got lucky occasionally and found some pristine parts. That's it, Jack. The emitter.
Shall I run decontamination?
Yes, please. Nice work, Popcorn. All right. Now we're off to the races. Let's get that emitter down to the holo table. About time we got some answers. I'll meet you down there.
On my way.
Damn, lady, you're fast. Yeah.
Emitter installed.
I'll squeeze underneath and reset the circuit.
What the?
Right, just give me a tick. How's that? See anything up there?
I'm seeing an image, but it's glitching.
Alright, give me a moment. Bollocks. Okay, if I'm reading these schematics right, the only way we're going to sort this out is by doing a complete master reset. As you might expect, there's a number of steps involved. I'm going to need your help here. Okay, you should be seeing a keypad up there. In order to start the reset process, you'll need a specific command code. Try 0915?
Stand by. Confirmed. Code accepted. The system is requesting I use a slider to confirm. It is, however, locked.
Alright, I can unlock it, but this step requires a bit of coordination. I'll need to disconnect the circuit at the same time you confirm the reset.
On the count of 3.
Yes, on 3. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'll unlock it. 1, 2, 3.
So, how'd that work out?
I'm detecting an increased amount of hydrocarbon particles in our vicinity. Is something burning?
Oh, shit. Shit! Ow, that's hot!
Okay, so we're gonna need another power coupling. Should be a replacement kicking around here somewhere. Think you could track it down for me?
Any idea where to start?
I'm sure there's a spare power coupling hanging around close by. You know where it is. Well, go on then.
I'm on it.
That's a good popcorn. Nope. Yep. Uh. Useless humans.
And now you're throwing stuff. What next?
I just threw it at you, though. I don't... Bitch is right there! Oh my god.
Here you are.
Thanks, Jack. Just give me a sec. There. Power coupling installed. Give me some good news.
Sorry, Captain. I'm afraid it's a lost cause.
I think she was talking to me.
I was just saving you the trouble.
I'm getting older down here.
It looks like it worked. The holotable is, more or less, online.
More or less.
The image is somewhat distorted.
Well, that won't do. Hang on. How's that? Better?
Yes, that rectified it.
Chiron Station Network Access Client. Habitat Alpha online. Mainframe connection established. Synchronizing control devices.
Liv, you're beeping.
Personal user interface synchronized.
Well, that's helpful. All right, let's see what we can dig up. Here we are. Habitat A.
Those icons. That must be us.
I was right. We're the only ones
Unregistered?
here.
Yes, well, this has all been terribly enlightening. Shall we move on?
Okay, so there's no one else in the hab. But what about the rest of the station? This is everything.
Affirmative. This image represents all of Chiron Station.
Right, let's see who else is on board. Jack, you mind taking a look at the map while I keep searching on here?
Of course.
I've got some questions that need answering.
We're not receiving any signal from the other habitat.
That's not a good sign. If there was anyone left, the other habitat would be where I'd expect to find them.
This part of the facility appears to be under construction.
You think there'd be someone around then?
No reading.
That's odd.
Juno? Have you been lying to us? Is everybody dead?
Not showing any occupants in the research wing either.
Oh my god.
Every branch of the station connects to this structure here, the transit hub. Still no signs of any crew, or anyone at all, really. The station's generator is deserted as well.
You see that readout? Running a little hot, wouldn't you say?
Indeed. That would explain the power fluctuations we've been experiencing.
Pretty good bet. There's no one. The station's deserted.
According to this, we're alone.
Juno, what the hell? Where's the crew?
Technically, I never never said there was a crew on this station.
So we're alone here.
I didn't say that either.
Forget it. I'm not going round in circles with you again. There's got to be something else.
Captain Rhodes,
Juno, unless you're about to explain to me exactly what the hell's going on, I would keep quiet. Hang on. I think I might have hit upon something here. Looks like a priority message on a loop.
Priority alert. Containment protocols breached. Multiple branch sectors compromised. General evacuation order has been issued.
oh dear.
Evacuation order?
Proceed immediately to your designated lifeboats. Message will repeat in 1 minute.
All right, Juno, start talking.
Captain Rhodes, I assure you, there is no need for concern.
Uh-oh. What do you mean, uh-oh?
I think we need to evacuate.
What was that?
That was an electrical malfunction.
You mean one of those electrical malfunctions you told us not to worry about?
No. Okay, yes, but this is different.
Different how?
That last energy spike overloaded one of our substations. The hub's power grid is collapsing.
How do we stop it?
We can't. At least not from here.
So we're just supposed to sit here and do nothing?
Juno,
All right, listen carefully. I may only have a few moments before we lose contact. Jack, I'm unlocking your reactive cutter. There's an emergency release on the door leading out of here. You can use your cutter to gain access. You still have some time before the hab becomes unsafe. Make your way to the terminal. There should be a tram there that will take you to...
Juno?
Juno, acknowledge. We've lost contact.
You know, I always thought I'd enjoy this moment a bit more.
Perhaps we should...
Get the hell out of here. Yeah. Still a lot of questions that need answering, and sticking around here is not going to help us.
Plus life support is failing.
Yeah, plus that. This must be the emergency release here. Behind this panel on the door.
I'll take a look. Can I assume you've been maintaining the exercise routine recommended for extended duty astronauts?
And then some. Not really much else to do around here. Few hours fixing your shell. Few hours on a workout rig. Repeat ad nauseum.
I should be able to cut through the bolts that secure the panel. Allow me to perform an in situ calibration.
Give it a go. Press the button on your arm and activate your cutter.
Cutter is functional.
Good. Now, let's cut off that panel.
1, 2,
3,
3,
4.
4.
Get you, woman, on the floor.
Nice! That did it! Here, help me pull it open. You take that side.
God.
Jack, hold on. Before we go out there... Listen. That shell you're in now... That's the only one of you there is.
Are you serious?
If something happens to you out there, if you get shut down... That's it. You're... gone.
I hadn't really considered that.
Well, you've never had to before. You'll be fine. Just try and remember what I said, okay?
All right, Liv.
Well, here we go. At least emergency lighting still seems to be active.
I missed having the booster pack. Ugh.
Power's
Huh.
up in this area.
I doubt that will last. We should keep moving.
Sign above the door says, to tram. That's where we're headed. license plate.
Initializing scan. Authorization denied. Initializing continue.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. I mean, that did just probably shave a couple of years off my lifespan, but
Let's hope not.
what the hell was that?
Most likely some form of security measure.
Well, it must not work too well if we're tripping it on the way out.
It doesn't appear to be working at all anymore.
Doors sealed. We must have triggered some kind of lockdown procedure. Not seeing any sort of emergency release or access panel. You'd expect there'd be some sort of override or...
Liv, up here. There's a control room.
Let's see.
If there's a way to get the door open, I expect that is where we'll find it.
Yes, now we just have to find a way inside. But how? All the doors are locked. Yes, exactly. This damn contraption.
Containment protocol. Please proceed to the infirmary for further instructions.
Good enough.
Hey.
Yeah, let's check it out.
An infirmary, right next to security.
Yeah. Strange. You know, this place looks... familiar. Let's have a look around.
We might have been able to leave through this airlock, if only you had an EVA suit.
Hold on. I remember this. This is where we were first brought on board. I remember Juno cycled the pressure too fast, and I...
You what?
Well, I may have vomited all over the airlock.
Oh. Well. The good news is, the door is sealed.
Probably for the best.
Ah!
There's a small door over here.
Probably an access point for maintenance.
Could give us a way into the control room.
Let's see if we can find a way to get it open.
Why have medical beds in such close proximity to security and the habitat?
Could be a few of the occupants are immunocompromised.
Perhaps.
Anyway, keep looking. We need to find a way into that control room.
Hmm. Son of a bitch. Oh, there we go.
This control panel appears to be sealed, though what it actually controls, I'm not sure.
Only one way to find out. Well, only one quick way.
Cut the panel off.
Exactly.
I found a way to access the maintenance ducts,
Nice work.
but the controls are faulty. The accessway won't stay open long enough for me to get inside.
Scoot over. Maybe I can hold it open for you. Didn't see much light up there, by the way.
I assume my headlamp still works?
Should do. Just press the switch on either side of your head.
Headlamp checks out. Good to go.
Right. I'll hold open the hatch. You head up into the ducts. Ready?
Ready.
There, it's open. Head on up. What do you see?
Very little. I suspect these ducts have not been accessed in quite some time.
See if you can find a path to the control room. There has to be a way to get into the control room.
Oh God, please
I'll
give
keep
me
you
a
posted.
jetpack or something.
Fingers crossed, the vents will give us access to that control room.
I think we may be coming up on the control room. Stand by. There's some grating blocking access to the control room. I might be able to cut through.
Do it. Not like anyone's gonna notice. Jack, over here. See anything resembling door controls up there?
Give me a moment to investigate. What about this drone?
I think it's seen better days.
It lacks power.
Maybe there's a charging port.
Perhaps. Recharging.
You're thinking it might be of some use.
The unit's drive data might still be salvageable.
Without your scanner, you'll need Popcorn to extract the data.
Popcorn, you can help him out there, yeah? Seems he might have hit upon something.
I think he just passed an objective to my ARM computer.
A bit bossy, aren't you?
Popcorn has passed me the security code. 1451.
Well, maybe we can use it to get these doors open.
Override unlocked.
That did it. Security's lifted. Come on out of there. I'll meet you in the next corridor.
On our way. Come on, Popcorn. Let's go.
Great, well done in there. Yes, yes, you too.
Why am I carrying these? I have no idea what these are.
Well, there's actually a tram here. I was starting to worry.
Captain Rhodes, can you hear me?
Juno?
Juno, your signal is very faint.
The power grid is continuing to collapse. In order to depart, 2 problems need to be resolved. 1. The tram is disengaged from the transit rail line. The second issue is that the exit airlock has been damaged. I'm uploading the schematics for the tram station to the captain's risk computer.
Juno,
Ah, delightful. She uploaded the tram schematics. These look, a bit in-depth. Right, let's see. Moving tram from maintenance rail to transit rail. See rail cross index walkthrough, which is, inaccessible without P clearance. Lovely. Or, Popcorn can just point out the rail lines. Also works. Not entirely sure, but I believe that's Popcorn speak for this is the maintenance rail. And this is obviously the transit rail, the one that actually goes somewhere. So we'll need to get the tram over to it.
she also mentioned the tram airlock is no longer functional.
Right, that's the other issue. Here, let's multitask. I'll take a look at the airlock while you tackle the tram.
Divide and conquer.
Well, at least one of those.
What's first?
Well, these instructions are somewhat dense. It mentions aligning 4 stasis projectors alongside the tram. These must be them.
Align stasis projectors. I'm on it.
Right. Now, let's see how damaged this airlock actually is.
The tram appears undamaged.
Yeah. They've really mucked up these controls.
Can they be repaired?
Definitely not. Maybe. I'll keep you posted.
Projector arm extended. Projector in place.
Excellent. Just 3 more to go.
Do you know anything about this stasis technology?
Seems to be pretty common tech around here. The projectors generate a stasis field that holds things in place. It's all over the station. Drawers and desk holders. It's pretty impressive.
Second projector in place. The tram appears undamaged.
Yeah. It's nice to catch a break.
Warning. Life support failure. Please proceed to the nearest evacuation point.
There's a second tram over here.
Well, let's start with getting one tram operational before we quit our day jobs and become tram engineers.
Third projector in place.
Great, just one more to go.
All projectors locked in place.
Excellent. Okay, we still need to raise the projector arms.
Liv, this console has been damaged. Why would someone destroy the controls?
Probably something to do with the evacuation. Let's just hope we didn't need those.
I found a sealed auxiliary panel.
It's worth a look. Let's cut it open.
I've located a control panel.
Give it a try.
It's attempting to move the tram, but something is jammed.
Yeah, I think you need to align and extend the 4 stasis projectors before you can use that control.
Roger that. The tram appears undamaged.
Yeah, it's nice to catch a break. At least every once in a while. Airlock's a real piece of work. How are things going in Stasis Projector World?
All projector arms raised.
Easy peasy. It also mentions a release control panel that should be located below the tram.
I'm on it.
Below the tram?
Tram released.
Okay, nice work. Let's see here. Page 1138. Words. Looks like the next step is moving the tram itself over.
Using the manual transfer controls I found earlier.
I believe so. Just about wrapped up these airlock repairs. How are things looking on your end?
I'm nearly finished here as well. The tram's now aligned underneath the transit rail.
Well done, Jack.
Chiron Station. Rapid transit online. Now boarding.
Shall we? There's a control panel in the front. Mind doing the honors?
Destination set. Please prepare for departure.
Yes,
Hold on to something,
master.
Departing for transit hub in 3, 2, 1.
Mm-hmm.
Airlock cycle complete. For your safety, please hold on. Accelerating to transit speed in 3, 2, 1.
This place is massive.
Far more expansive than even the holomap implied.
So, where is everyone? What could have happened here?
It is difficult to determine
Like,
the station's condition
That
from this distance.
happened? Probably?
I'm not getting my hopes up.
I'm just saying.
Wait,
Oh no.
Something wrong.
do you see
It's
that?
the spores.
Up there in the cavern.
Of course.
God. It's the biomass.
It must be reacting to the energy flowing through the tram line.
Wait. Are we... We're slowing down.
The tram is on autopilot. Controls are locked until we reach the end of the line. Well, you did want to know what happened to the station.
Right. Serves me right for asking. Is it possible to feel utterly blindsided and at the same time completely unsurprised?
Oh, we screwed.
Approaching destination. Stand by for deceleration. Please hold on. Reducing speed in 3, 2, 1.
At least there's one thing we know Juno was telling the truth about.
What's that?
It probably was a lot safer in the ham.
Now arriving at Chiron Station, Central Transit Hub.
Can I just grab onto you as you fly with that? I think that'll be faster. Oh yes, this is so much faster. Oh, open the door. What do you...
Looks clear, as far as I can tell. Let's have a look around, see what we can find.
Welcome to Chiron Station. Today's date is 24 April 2537.
Right. Well, at least the big holographic tree still works.
Indeed. It's possible the power grid is more stable in this area.
What is this?
There's an inscription here. Dedicated to all those we have lost. Devoted to all those we have yet to save.
Doesn't exactly paint a rosy picture, does it?
The hydroponic system must have failed, and judging by the condition of these plants, that was some time ago.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think this station may have been abandoned.
These plants have not been attended to for quite some time.
Warning. Environmental systems compromised. Atmosphere suboptimal.
Still no life support.
We still have time. We'll find a stable environment. Don't worry.
Who's worried?
All the routes are inaccessible.
Seems we were lucky that we managed to get the Hab A-tram functioning. No harm in a second, Jet.
Transportation to Habitat B is currently unavailable. In case of an emergency, contact the station's directory.
Not been touched in ages. This is a dead end. Let's keep looking. I'm going up.
There's an emblem here. The Polaris Initiative.
Tell me what that looks like to you.
It's an old Atlas vessel. Pioneer class.
What the hell? What's a ship from our time doing here? I brought it here. Juno.
Hello, Captain Rhodes. Jack. I'm glad to see you're still safe.
Juno, are you saying this is your ship?
That's a complicated question. The ship is my home, but it doesn't belong to me.
Then who does it belong to?
I'm afraid I'm not permitted to disclose that information.
Imagine my shock.
I am sorry, Captain Rhodes. I would tell you if I could, but my directives...
What about life support? Does the ship still have atmosphere?
The ship is currently suffering the same power disruptions as the station. However, if one were to cycle the ship's reactor...
Then we'd have life support.
In theory,
How do we get on board?
the docking platform is in the next sector, through the security checkpoint. I can show you the way.
Hold on. You're not allowed to tell us anything about the ship itself, but helping us get on board, that's no problem.
My primary directive is to keep you alive, and the best way to do that is to get you on board the ship. The door's sealed. I will need a moment to bypass the security constraints.
So, you're really not part of the station?
I am what's known as a transient program, capable of gaining limited access to a variety of different networks. But I consider the ship to be my true home. There we are.
Never thought I'd see an Atlas ship out the window again.
Do you think it's safe? Following Juno to that ship. There's clearly a lot more she has yet to tell us.
Yeah, but not by choice. Somebody's pulling her strings. And I'll bet whoever it is, they're on that ship. Looks like we've got another door on the blink.
Let's get a closer look.
Can you see anything? What is that?
That is a tick. Two, actually. There's another one in here as well, feeding on the door.
I'm sorry, you say that like I'm supposed to know what it means? Oh.
Ticks are an evolved form of the biomass.
What is it doing?
Ticks instinctually seek out the nearest viable energy source, which, in this case, happens to be the captain.
Lovely.
I wouldn't worry yourself, Captain. I'm reasonably certain it can't break through the glass.
Alright, so now what do we do?
The only way we can proceed is by removing those ticks.
Well, let's have a look around then. There's got to be some way to get rid of these things.
That is a little bit, okay.
It'd be easier to see without this thing trying to eat my face.
There isn't any way to get this door open.
So long as that tick is leeching its power, the door is inoperable.
See anything useful?
It seems likely this form of biothreat is closely related to the spore variant we are more familiar with.
It's amazing that despite all the odds, they somehow got uglier.
Zap these bitch
See anything
asses.
that might help?
No. You figure it out. Hmm?
We're missing something. Keep looking.
Oh, hey, what's that?
See anything useful?
No.
Any ideas, Jack?
Shut up.
Do you see anything that might help?
What is this?
We're missing something. Keep looking. Any ideas, Jack?
And now you're throwing stuff. What next? Having something thrown at me once was enough, Jack.
Why don't you figure this shit out?
You see anything that might help?
Oh my god. You should be bait, and then we should be all good.
What about that disposal unit?
That might work. You'll just need to find a way to get them into the chute. It will be dangerous, but I don't see any other option. You'll need to clear the area before boarding the ship.
How the hell are we supposed to clear the room if we can't even get inside?
According to the station's schematics, there should be another way to access the security checkpoint through the loading bay. It's just this way.
Jesus.
It's awfully dark in there. Are you sure it's safe?
Not as sure as I'd like to be. I'll try to scan the area ahead for potential threats. Stand by.
No use. Can't see a thing. Jack, mind using your headlamp to throw some light in there?
I'm seeing a considerable biomass presence on the other side.
Shit.
Captain Rhodes,
We know, Juno. We saw it.
I'm afraid this means you'll have to stay behind.
What?
Jack and I will continue through the loading bay. Once we clear the docking terminal...
No, absolutely not.
Let me
I'm
check
sorry,
in
Captain,
your
but I cannot
hologram.
allow you to proceed. The risk is far too great.
Well, if it's too risky for me, it's too risky for Jack.
It's all right, Liv. I was built for this.
You were built for this. I know you've gotten used to thinking of yourself as invincible, but you're not. Not anymore. If you go in there with only one shell and something happens, you could...
Actually, Captain, I think there may be a way for Jack to avoid that possibility.
Yeah, you can avoid it by not going.
As I was scanning the loading bay, I detected a working fabricator in the adjacent section. If Jack and I can get it powered on, we should be able to use it to scan his architecture into the station's database.
So, you're saying he'd be able to reboot again?
Exactly.
Don't worry, Liv. I can handle this.
I promise, Captain. I won't let Jack do anything that might put him in jeopardy.
All right. All right. If we're gonna do this, let's do it. Just watch yourself in there, okay? I'll be waiting back at the security entrance.
Understood. I'll see you on the other side.
Let's maybe mind our phrasing, yeah?
Oh, I didn't mean...
It's all right. I know what you meant. Good luck. Popcorn.
I'll unlock the door for you. Stand by.
You will always have popcorn,
Ready when
Olivia.
you are.
It's okay. Bye. Oh, I'm fucked. I am fucked.
Jack, up here. The emergency power switch is in this control room.
How do I get inside?
You'll need to go through the maintenance ducts. There should be an access way nearby.
And those fucking things just get activated. Oh.
You're sure all the biomass in this sector is dormant?
As sure as I can be. Of course, that will change once we get emergency power back online.
But by then he'll be able to reboot, right?
It will take a minute or two to get Jack scanned into the system, but that is more or less correct.
You little shits. Ugh.
Ah, there you are. This override switch will restore emergency power to the local grid. Emergency power has been restored. The door to the loading bay is unlocked.
What about the fabricator?
Online and ready to scan. Jack, if you'll follow me. Just climb inside and we'll begin. This will only take a few moments.
New template created. Echo Unit Series 11. Initializing fixed tomographic scan. Mapping target composition. Replicating internal functionality. Linking neural matrix to network. Scan complete.
Did it work?
Scan output shows no errors. Neural connection is green. Yes, it worked.
You're sure?
From this point forward, if Jack's shell becomes damaged or destroyed, he will automatically reprint at the nearest working fabricator.
Well, Jack, how do you feel?
This should make removing those ticks much easier.
Well, I'd imagine there's a lot that gets easier when you're basically invulnerable.
Indeed. It's unfortunate that fabricators are incapable of replicating organic matter. Otherwise, Captain, we'd be able to scan you into the system as well.
Right. Well, the important thing is Jack's back to normal.
We're all done here. Jack, I've reopened the access hatch. Make your way back through the maintenance duct. I'll be waiting for you by the entrance to the loading bay.
On my way.
Be careful. Restoring emergency power has awakened the biomass, so unless you're planning to test your new reboot ability, I would avoid all contact.
Understood.